Blitz begins now.
So I just read an article saying that the House just passed a bill that they're going to automatically register men from 18 to 26 for war. Okay? And all I want to say is to America, good luck with that. These new little are TikTokers, baby. These ain't gonna fight no war. You're gonna die. You might as well just keep investing money in your guns, because these new kids, you want to send these new kids to fight these wars? The TikTok hip shakers? Out of your mind.
I mean, we are all better due to the wisdom of Cardi B.
It just cracks me up.
I will say, a lot of people bag on the pandemic for a lot of good reasons, but people forget Cardi B was going to go on tour, and then the pandemic hit. The pandemic saved us. Thank you, coronavirus.
You gonna die.
You didn't do much, but you did do that. And we will forever be in your debt. It's thick, Lewis Kelly. On a Friday, morning Goose, morning Pam, morning Mike, morning Frankus, and the rest of Blitz Nation. I'm getting the sinus issue from being in the blazing heat and then the AC.
Oh,
the back and
too
forth.
Much temperature change.
Yeah, too much temperature change. It's messing with me.
Yeah, we heard you had sinus issues once before.
Yeah.
And then we all got sick.
No, I don't feel. I feel great, other than like the nose thing.
Did he say that last time?
Yes, he certainly
I
did.
say that last time. You know,
You gonna die.
I've got my HIV under control. Thank you.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. You know,
Popcorn Pam says, "Happy Mother Effing Friday, you mofos."
language.
Getting that in.
Language.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
Yeah, Cardi B took her spot.
I know.
Couldn't have
One more thing Cardi B did. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
getting all our
Friday, isn't
favorites
it?
in on Friday. Yep.
Fridays. Well, if we're going to do all that,
Yes.
Kelly's theme song.
I'm starving, Squid. What are you doing today? I ate nothing.
Oh, I can so relate to that hangry feeling.
Squid.
Well,
I don't think I've ever been called or called somebody a squid.
Did you ever have a good nickname? Well, Thick. That's a good nickname.
is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just got the rhyming. Kelly Belly, Kelly Jelly,
Kelly Smelly.
Kelly Smelly
Smelly
Kelly,
Kelly.
Smelly Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all those.
Yeah, you gotta hate those.
Yeah. I don't care. I never cared, really.
What rhymes with Lewis?
I don't know.
Yeah, what does rhyme with Lewis?
It was always Louis.
Louis.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to be Louis. For that reason. Damn people. Did you guys see the moon?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's full.
gosh, gorgeous.
Wasn't it great this morning?
Gorgeous. It's huge,
Yeah.
too.
Fishing should be awesome tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to the earth, too. That helps.
Did you measure?
Well, no, you can just tell. You can see how close it is.
Heather! The yardstick won't reach!
It's
But I
the
can see it, it's right there.
it's the full strawberry moon.
Is that what it is?
But you can
That's
tell
what it's
by how
called.
big it is.
Yeah, I
Yes.
knew there had to be a name. When I saw it this morning, I'm like, there's got to be a name for that. There's no way a moon can be that big and we haven't given it some form of name.
Yeah. I don't know why it's strawberry, other than it's probably a Native American thing. Maybe are the strawberries growing right now? I just
would
don't know.
think.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I based my season based on what McDonald's pie is? So it's strawberry and cream right now, so I'm assuming it's strawberry season. I don't know.
I'm thinking of the produce section at the grocery. I'm like, what's in right now?
Anyway, what do we got in trivia this morning since it is? How about you? Are we a little now?
What?
Yeah, what do we got?
All right, are you ready?
We can be. It's up to you. I don't care.
Hey, I do want to mention it is Front Row Friday.
That's right. Stone Temple Pilots.
front row seats, and we're gonna do a call, so everybody has a chance. Where we wait till we start taking the calls, and we do like number 99. We'll do that just after 7:00.
We also have a follow-up to the rent a pool. I had somebody ask me about that yesterday. They're like, that rent a pool thing y'all were talking about, is that legit? I'm like, to my knowledge, it's legit. I'm like, I don't have a pool to rent.
Right.
But a friend of mine flips houses, and they were listening while they were working on flipping a house.
Would it be wrong if when my neighbors are out of town, I rent their pool out?
Hell no. Hell no. Side hustle.
Get that. What do they say? Get that. Wait, get that bread bag.
Chase
get
that
your
paper.
bag. Get your bag.
Yeah.
By the way, we are definitely getting a season 5, a final season of Yellowstone. And no, Kevin Costner will not be in it. So I don't know how the hell they're going to do that. You know,
I never saw
Good
it.
luck with that.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
When he killed a horse in the first 2 minutes of the first episode, I was out. I'm like, I can't watch it.
Well, then he put it out of its misery.
Maybe,
right?
but it was too much for me.
Yeah, because it got hit.
Yeah,
There was
it
an
was too
accident.
sad.
It got hit by
You
the.
had to do it.
Same thing that happened on House of Cards, but I continued with that one with the dog.
No.
Like first 5 minutes of House of Cards. I mean, you really love to kill animals to draw us in.
It's true. Mike said strawberries are in harvest, so maybe that's why it is the strawberry
There
note.
we go.
Oh, and by the way, Mel Gibson is directing Lethal Weapon 5.
Oh.
I hope they have an argument on the set, and you make me want to smoke. I'm sorry. I know it was mean. Mel Gibson's rant was the greatest Hollywood rant ever.
All right, Morning Blitz trivia, $25 to waterbeds and stuff. If you're the first one to text in the correct answer, 99700. A new survey showed that in the United States, people in this state, in what state are people having the most sex? Be the first one to tell us at 99700 and get the gift card.
622 on your Morning Blitz with Thick, Kelly, and Lewis on a Friday.
You make me want to smoke.
It's the greatest rant ever. And I know it does not paint a very flattering picture of one Mel Gibson.
No.
Clearly there was no passion of the Christ in this rant.
You're a pain in my ass.
What was it? Was it her answering machine or her voicemail? I think it was her voicemail. She recorded everything.
Right.
I feel like you could hear me say that on any given day to my dog.
Or to me.
You're a pain in my ass.
Gonna get him going back and forth with Charlie Sheen. Can you imagine?
Oh, God.
How dare you lie like that?
Newsflash, I am special, and I will never be one of you.
You're a pain in my ass.
Sorry, my life is so much more bitching than yours.
Right.
I don't like it.
Yeah. You know, just one of the all-time greatest rants ever.
Gibson.
You make me want to smoke.
Hooray! I don't know what that was about.
Her name was Oksana, right?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Oksana. Yeah. And you know what he told her at the end?
I don't trust you. I don't love you. I don't want you.
Yeah.
All right. Morning Blitz trivia question was, here in the United States, people in what state have the most sex? Any guesses from you guys?
Well, let's see. Where are they? Oh, where's the most boring state? Because there's nothing to do. So that'd be the only thing to do.
Wyoming,
Like,
Montana,
Yeah,
Delaware,
something like Delaware.
North
We're in
Dakota.
Delaware.
North Dakota,
That's
South
not it.
Dakota.
That's not it.
What is it?
But you guys were, it was kind of along the right track. It's like there's nothing else to do in Alaska.
Alaska. Got to keep warm.
Right. Something called Nap Lab did this survey, a couple thousand adults. And in Alaska, they're doing it 3 times a week. And the national average is just once a week. Colorado had the lowest rate, once every 2 weeks. But yeah, 3 times a week in Alaska. It's considered the most in the United States. It was funny because of all the people they asked, 7.8% of them said they do it every single day, and 5.6% are abstinent.
Ah.
So, over 5% of the people don't have any sex. Okay. Lewis, is that you?
Yeah.
Are you in that group?
I haven't had sex since sex had me, Rick.
Oh my gosh.
You make me want to smoke.
Okay, that might be a lie.
Oh. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
I just released some new content on my OnlyFans. That's premium membership, though. I'm not giving that away for free.
Oh, Lewis makes love all the time.
Yeah, right.
He's just always alone.
Sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
If you're ambidextrous, it's like a whole new world. So I've heard. All right. Anyway. Oh, wow.
Jeff from South Bloomingville was the first person to text in the correct answer of Alaska at 99,700. So he has $25 to water Beds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
There's a good chance that that's probably not going to happen, but we're going to try anyway. It's 6:37 with Thick Rick, Kelly Quinn. I'm Lewis. Who's starting?
I don't know, but Rocket sure is getting involved in our show a lot.
Well, I mean, he tugged at our heartstrings in the last movie, so I think he's allowed.
I mean, listen, I don't like him. I like Rocket, but that voice makes me want to dig a hole and bury myself.
Really?
I hate it so much.
That's Bradley Cooper. He's a Philadelphian treasure.
All right.
Is that who the voice of Rocket is? Is Bradley Cooper? I did not know that.
You know, it's 2024, right?
Did I learn that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You did not know that?
Nope, did not know that.
Wow. Yeah, he's been the voice of Guardian of Rocket for
I had no
10
idea.
years now.
I did not know that. It sure doesn't sound like him.
Hey, we all learn at a different pace.
All right, guys. Well, can I go first?
Yeah,
I've got something.
Okay. I watched the new Hulu documentary Cult Massacre One Day in Jonestown, of course, about the infamous cult leader Jim Jones, the eventual mass suicide of hundreds of his followers in South America, November 1978. All right, I'm not going to go over the whole story. Everybody knows the Jim Jones story. Most of us do anyway. I did want to mention something that a U.S. congressman did that I don't believe would ever happen today, and that is when they set up this supposed utopia down in what was called Jonestown in Guyana, South America. A lot of the relatives who were part of the cult at one time came to the U.S. Congressman or U.S. Representative Leo Ryan and said, hey, we're your constituents, and a lot of your constituents are basically being held hostage in South America by this cult leader. We are worried about them. We think that they are, the situation's dire because they knew Jim Jones was losing it. All right. This man boarded a plane and went down there to find out what was going on in the situation. He took an aide. He went with some news people. He went with some family members, and then eventually was assassinated on the airstrip as he was getting ready to help 14 people avoid murder by cyanide.
It was a long time ago when I saw the Guyana tragedy, but I remember that.
So
yes.
What congressman today would do anything like that? I feel like it's just not done. You don't go, maybe they go out of their way to help you get your passport expedited. But to actually leave the country and go check out a situation where adults and many children, 300 children, by the way, died in that tragedy, were down there of their own free will outside of the kids. They just wouldn't do it now. Wow. They don't get involved in Scientology. No. They don't get involved in the TikTok cult thing. No. Nobody will do anything these days. But darn it, U.S. Representative Leo Ryan, he did something, and he lost his life for it.
Man.
So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Especially going to another country.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, I highly recommend that documentary.
All right.
I've got something.
Kelly's loving that. So sports scientists have found that it may be harder for women with large busts to keep cool. And this is just science. They found that big-chested women sweat less than those with smaller cup sizes. They studied women of varying ages and cup sizes and discovered that the density of sweat glands reduced as breast size grew larger. And if you can't sweat, it's harder to get cool, to cool off. So apparently,
big boobs.
You just don't sweat, so you're going to be hotter. Isn't that interesting? Anybody have that? Did anybody know that?
No, but I know I'm freezing all the time, so I guess I know why.
She pulls out her breast and she's juggling them.
I took two things. Actually, I took one thing out of everything you just said. Hotter with big boobs.
Of course you did.
That's what I got. That's what I got out of that. I got something.
All right, what is it?
Oh, I don't get Rocket.
I've got something.
No, please, dear God. I'm deleting that as soon as you walk out of the room.
So
Kelly, why you crap all over my sounds?
Oh, yeah, I am crapping all over your sound.
Look at this. There's a dude in New Zealand that promised to take his girlfriend to the airport. He failed to show up. She missed her flight, so she sued him for the cost incurred.
Wait, what? No, wait.
Guy was
He promised to take her to the airport.
He said he'd take
and
her to the
didn't
airport.
show.
He didn't show up. So rather than do anything about it, she just let her flight. She just missed her flight and tried to sue her boyfriend for the damages that incurred, like the cost of flight
Right.
and everything else.
And?
Judge ruled against her, said that promise wasn't legally binding.
Isn't a verbal promise in America considered a legit contract?
Yeah, I guess.
I thought it was.
This is
I
New
don't know.
Zealand.
It's fine. I don't think Judge Judy likes those verbal contracts,
Yeah.
though.
I mean,
But
if you
here's the
can
thing.
prove it, you have to be able to prove it.
Wouldn't you? What I don't get is if he's not showing up and you're running late and you know you have to be at the airport and he's not there and he's not answering his phone, wouldn't you just call an Uber?
Yeah, right.
Or do something? So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny. We'll try to sue anybody for anything these days. Drowning Pool Bodies, the Morning Blitz, 646 with Thick, Kelly, and Lewis. Finally made it to Friday. What are you looking for? Oh.
Make sure you had that sheet.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Oh. That was awkward. Do you guys, we were just talking about this off the air with the Jim Jones thing. Do you guys think that maybe, you see a lot of those cult things that happened in like the 70s, early 80s?
Manson.
Yeah. Do you think maybe because nobody treated any kind of mental disorders back then, do you wonder if maybe if like some of that was caught and there were treatment protocols in place that some of that stuff might have turned out differently?
I don't.
No?
No. I
Okay.
think as somebody who is a megalomaniac, like a David Miscavige type person,
Yeah.
they happen all the time. These people are obsessed with power, controlling people, and I don't think they're interested in getting that treated.
I was going to say, unless narcissism is a mental illness that can be cured, no.
And I don't think
I don't
any
know.
narcissist knows they're a narcissist.
Right.
Or,
Well,
cares.
So maybe it is a mental illness.
But you don't
then.
see some of those people like a Manson who you could clearly tell was
Man, I don't know.
mentally
Yeah.
not there.
He's-
Yeah, I don't think that guy's going in for voluntary treatment. I really don't.
Well, I'm not saying it had to be voluntary, but I'm just saying if there was a treatment protocol in place, would things have turned out differently?
I mean, maybe if you can catch him as kids.
So
I don't know.
that's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if, I mean, I'll give you your Miscavige and all those type narcissist people, but for someone like that who you can clearly watch one interview with and go, that guy's not all there. Like, would that have happened in a family if they would have treated him? Because again, you're seeing kids of all ages now treated for mental problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's become more of a normal situation where you can get that treated, whereas back in the day, if you had a mental problem, you didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I honestly, no, I don't feel like. I feel like once you get like a Charles Manson type, he already had a following. This guy was already like loving life,
Yeah.
being the head and control over the minds of other people. And I honestly don't know how you can intervene in that situation.
If I start a cult, would you guys join? I mean,
No.
a nice cult, though.
I-
We're not going to drink
nice
Kool-Aid
cult.
and kill each other.
I
that
wouldn't
kind of
because
stuff.
this is how the Jim Jones thing started. Is it was a sort of an idea of a utopia. It was during the civil, sort of like trying to have equality for everyone, and it was a really multicultural, very diverse group of people who were following Jim Jones and wanted to build this utopia community. And they tried to do it, and it ended in mass suicide or a mass murder, really.
What if
Yeah.
we just, like, were a cult that went around and we listened to 90s rock music and cleaned up trash and whatnot?
I feel like you're going to get obsessed with your own power at some point. I do. I feel like you're going to start making weird rules, and then all of a sudden, like, you're going to have 15 women around you at all times.
Really? To help him pick up trash? Who the
Yes.
hell wants to join a cult like
Sounds
that?
like the greatest idea ever. When do we
Join
start?
that cult?
And then all these women are vying to be next to Lewis.
Like, Thick, I told you, it's a 90s music cult. We only listen to 90s music on CD. What are you doing with that damn MP3 player? One more and you're out of the group.
It's my iPod.
I don't know. Everybody's cult ideas are different, I guess. I like the idea of being surrounded by 15 women while I pick up trash. That could be fun. Just saying. Hypothetically, of course.
Right.
All hypothetical. Coming up just after 7, we've got your shot to score front row tickets to STP at the Ohio State Fair. And we're going to talk a little Scott Weiland.
Yep.
Vic's got some stuff about Scott Weiland that we should, maybe bring to the surface. He was the one, though, I'm not going to lie. He was the one that when he passed away, I was like, man, I thought that would have happened a long time ago. I didn't expect it to be, quite so soon, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But vacation?
Yeah, we're about to take a vacation.
I know.
And apparently we don't take
as
very
many. Americans, I saw that. Americans take the least amount of vacation. Americans take the least amount of vacation than anybody else. A poll said that we take fewer days than any other country in the world. The average country gets 12 days off a year, or the average American gets 12 days off a year. 53% of us don't take them all.
Just 12 days? Yeah, 2 weeks. I guess that makes sense.
That's 2 weeks.
10 days plus 2, yeah.
I never use all mine.
No, I don't.
I don't know why. I just don't.
Yeah, I've left days on the table, and we don't. They don't accumulate after the first of the year. They're gone.
Yeah, you can't carry them over.
I've left days on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens.
I would say that if I was in a different job, where it wasn't like fun.
That's
every
what
day. I would probably make sure I took every vacation day I had.
You. Yeah, I agree with you because if you think about let's take our job for example. A lot of people take vacation in the summer. We're busiest in the summer. Shows everywhere. Like there's all kinds of stuff that happens in the summer.
So we're taking a vacation dead summer, aren't we?
Right. But I do think, and do you think that it's almost frowned upon if you go on vacation all the time in some cases?
It might be at some places. I don't know. But that's typically, I mean, we almost always take a vacation around the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then around Christmas.
Right.
And, I mean, Kelly and I have been here for a minute, so we have more than 12 days available to us. I mean, we're like, 4 weeks? And they also give us our birthday off here. But you don't even have to use it. You can use it any time you want, but you get another day for your birthday. But so maybe if I only had 2 weeks of vacation, I would use it all.
Steve said that I would take more vacation days, but my vacation day only pays 8 hours. My work day is 10, so I lose money taking vacation.
Wow, interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
See, and I don't agree with that. Your company should give you a full day's pay,
right?
No matter what whatever the hours are, it just shouldn't matter.
Yeah, but it's different if you're an hourly and a salary.
Right. Well, I mean, but whatever you normally make in a week or whatever you normally make in a day, that's what you should get if you take a vacation day.
People hate the French, but the average worker in France gets 29 days a year off.
Well, I'm not surprised. I don't hate the French. I don't know. I don't. Where did that ever come from?
I think if you went to Paris, you might hate the French.
Oh, is that right?
I've never been to
they
Paris.
Hate us?
However, they
Paris.
hate Americans.
That's not true.
It is true.
I've
it is
been there.
1,000% true. They
Really?
do not. If you come in speaking English or have an English accent with your French, they are absolutely not interested in helping you.
Oh, look at these crappy Americans. I didn't know that.
But you had a good experience in Paris.
I did. I found that if you try to speak the language, they'll be like, yeah, okay, we got you.
So say something in French, will you?
Not
Please.
right now.
Please, just
how
one
you
thing.
say croissant?
Bon appetit. No, I don't know.
Bon appetit.
No, but I think they if you
Bonjour.
try, I think they hate the arrogance that Americans think everyone in the world speaks their language, even though most of them do. I think they hate the arrogance. I don't know. I mean, I had a decent experience, but I can't
think the
speak
French
for
are arrogant. That's all I ever hear when I follow a particular gal who's lived in Paris for 7 years on TikTok, and she speaks fluent French beautifully, and she gets harassed all the time in Paris for having an American accent with her fluent French. And now she catches it on video. It's wild. And you're like, why would I ever want to go there? Why would I ever want to go there? It's beautiful, but that's fine. I'll look at pictures. I don't need to be harassed because I'm an American.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, I think everybody's different. Everybody has.
But you had a
their
good
own-
experience,
I had a
so
good
maybe I should
experience.
reconsider.
Taylor texted and said most of us work a job that doesn't provide paid vacation.
That's awful.
Most of us? That's crazy. Is that even legal?
Well, I think if
it
you're
depends on where you are.
Yeah, like say you're a server, you're not getting a paid vacation, are you, as a server,
No.
or are you?
No.
Do you get days off?
Well, no, but I guess if you're a part-timer, I understand that. But if you work a full-time job,
Yeah.
you should get paid vacation. That's insane. I'm sorry if that's you. That's terrible. I just think that's terrible.
Josh said I used to work asphalt. We didn't get vacation days because we get the entire winter off. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And there are those
That's
jobs that are summer oriented.
Well, like teachers,
Yeah.
they don't get.
I think
they get personal days, or
like
if they
3.
need- okay,
But their vacations are pretty much set.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So.
From May through September.
Well, we're the hardest damn working country in the world, aren't we?
We are.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
I want to bring up the Kings Island thing, but let's talk about that last. We have a little bit of time to talk about it. Federal officials are investigating a Southwest Airlines jet that triggered a low altitude alert as it prepared to land in Oklahoma City, but was still 9 miles from the airport. So basically what happened, this is Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, an air traffic controller notified the Southwest pilots after it got an automated warning of low altitude. Apparently this plane, 9 miles out, was about 525 feet above the ground over a suburb. It was basically buzzing a suburb. This was a Southwest Airlines flight. Doorbell camera video, you can see the plane like hovering wildly close to these homes. A bunch of people said they were woken up by this loud jet engine noise. So air traffic control popped on. They're like, hey, you doing okay on this Southwest flight? The pilot said yes. And air traffic control said, I need you to get back up to 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
The plane did land safely, but the FAA is investigating. Actor Donald Sutherland, who has enormous resume, but more recently played the evil President Snow in the Hunger Games franchise, has died at age 88. His son, actor Kiefer Sutherland, posted the news to social media. Donald Sutherland started acting back in the 60s, and one of his first huge roles was playing Hawkeye Pierce in the 1970 movie version of MASH, which inspired the TV show. So he was the original Hawkeye. He then starred with Jane Fonda in Clute. He started with Mary Tyler Moore in Ordinary People. He starred in Cold Mountain, The Italian Job, Pride and Prejudice, and of course, the Hunger Games franchise.
Well, the teacher in Animal House.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't mention that one.
I just still remember the one student, because he got high with some of his students, and the student's like, could I buy some pot from you?
I didn't know he was in the original MASH movie.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't until yesterday. I was like, because the Hawkeye on the TV show was a different character.
It was Alan Alda.
Alan
Yeah.
Alda. Yeah, I did not know that.
But, of course, Donald Sutherland's son, Kiefer, has a huge
Yeah.
acting career. And
Jack Bauer.
Kiefer's daughter, Sarah, has a big acting career. So they're a nice little acting family there, the Sutherlands.
Oh.
Donald Sutherland, dead at age 88.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. He was in that, too.
He was in. He's got you look at his IMDb,
it's a
pages.
huge list of movies.
All right, well, let's talk about this Kings Island thing. We saw yesterday that person, male, apparently went into a restricted and fenced area underneath the Banshee roller coaster to retrieve his keys that he dropped while riding the Banshee, and was hit by the ride. This ride topping out at 68 miles per hour, as described in radio traffic as having a massive head trauma. He was transported to the hospital. As far as we know, this person is still alive. But the Banshee is closed as they investigate.
I got some audio here from the police radio call.
We're actually unsure what happened. Occurred near a roller coaster.
The patient is breathing, but not conscious. A severe head trauma.
I recommend they have a helicopter. CAT to Westchester.
Well, they brought in a helicopter.
Oh my gosh, it's such a horrifying situation.
I've seen how low the Banshee at one point does swoop down towards the ground. And they do, I saw somebody that was commenting on this yesterday saying, well, they should have had that locked up and everything else. But they have restricted areas.
Yeah, it's fenced off.
It's fenced off. Right. And they told the guy not to go back there because it was restricted, and you did it anyway. That's like I was telling Thick this morning. I'm like, well, this fish has been in the refrigerator for a few weeks now. I'm going to try it. and then you get sick. That's kind of on you.
Yeah.
Like, you knew it was restricted area. You chose to go through there. They said, hey, it's dangerous if the ride's running. You knew the ride was running, and you got clipped. Unfortunately, it sucks, but that's on you. I had to go, I believe it was Diamondback. I lost I took the kid, some combination of both kids and one of their friends. I took them, we went to Kings Island one day, and I had longer hair at the time, and I always tied it back in a bandana, and I lost my bandana on the Diamondback, and I went over the gate but I could see it. It was like literally 12 feet from where the gate was. So like I waited and ran in and got it and ran back out.
But you can put yourself in that guy's like mindset is, they're my keys. I can't go home. I can't get into my house. Like, I'm not saying it was right. I'm saying I understand the thought, I can run in there real quick and get them and run out and I'll be fine.
But you knew where they were though too. They weren't going anywhere. So you could have, hey,
till close. And
right. There's a way to do that. Or ask a worker.
I agree. I just can put myself in his head.
I get where his head's at, but you did this to you, unfortunately.
All right. I'm sure we can talk more about this throughout the morning. Those are your three things.
Shine down on your morning blitz 7-11. She is Kelly Quinn. That's Thick Rick. I'm Lewis, and we want to get you front row for Stone Temple Pilots at the Ohio State Fair. All right, Rick.
Yes.
Lay it out for him.
Oh, we want to make sure everybody has a chance at this because, you don't get to sit front row for a lot of shows. So we want everybody to get in on it. And that means the people online who are listening with a bit of a delay. We're going to do this with the callers, but we're not going to start counting callers until 7:15. All right. So you can start calling now if you want. 1-800-821-9970. But I'm not even going to take the first caller until 7:15. That way I know everybody's heard it. They can start calling, and then we'll take caller 99.
And we also, Scott Weiland's widow came out and had some things to say. A lot of people under the impression that he died of an overdose. It's been a few years now, but a lot of people surprised that he lasted as long as he did because he was the definition of an addict.
He was, and Jamie Weiland said she struggles because of the misconception surrounding the cause of his death, which, like you said, it was over 8 years ago. She said, I feel like he really does not have the accolades and the respect and the recognition that he deserves. I feel like when he died, everybody was kind of like, that's tragic, but he overdosed, which he did not do. So everybody thought he overdosed. The news was reporting he overdosed. And she said, I tried to get that point across that he didn't. He had drugs in his system, so the coroner had to rule it an overdose. But the truth is he died because the main artery in his left ventricle was 95% blocked.
Yeah.
And that was the actual cause of death. And she said, part of that was because of all the years of his heroin use and, his entire life of chain smoking, and his heart stopped. But she just wanted to make sure people knew he did not overdose.
And I think he will always be forever considered a really good frontman.
Yeah.
But I think he's also going to be forever considered with a lot of wasted potential because he was one of those guys where, depending on which Scott Weiland showed up for the show, was how good or bad the show was.
Common story in rock and roll. It really is. But, so we'll start. Jeff Goot, the new singer, he sounds a lot like him, and he sounds great, actually.
He sounds great, but
really good job.
He does need to stop with the dressing like Scott Weiland.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know if he's doing that because or he's just the same kind of guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so at 7:15, we'll start counting. 1-800-821-9970 and caller 99. You're going to be in the front row.
Highly Suspects on your morning blitz, 724. Thick Rick, Kelly Quinn, I'm Lewis. And Rob said, I saw that semi you were talking about, Kelly, going home on 71. It was in the woods, took out a sign, and right under power wires. Looks like he fell asleep driving.
Ooh.
Yikes. Yeah, that's on 71, 36, 37 in the woods, trying to pull that thing out of there.
Yeah. And congratulations to Jason Cordell. Cordell. Jason Cordell of Lancaster.
Yep.
Front row.
You've been listening to the Blitz a long time.
Nice. Congratulations, man. Enjoy front row to Stone Temple Pilots.
Dude, that's awesome. Front row.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often,
Sure don't.
Unless you have a lot of money.
Sure don't. Well, nowadays, like all the bots buy the tickets, so even if you're in there early trying to buy something, it just don't matter.
That's what I said. Unless you got a lot of money, you can buy those front row seats.
Right. $732 a seat. Not counting the fees. Anyway, enjoy that show. I like STP. I mean, you're getting a different lead singer, obviously, but the music should be the same. Yeah, that's for sure.
Jeff sounds great singing those songs. And the new ones that they've put together.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a good fit, and I think it's a totally different situation considering, what happened. So that makes it a little bit more easier. So 90, what is the temp today?
96 today and tomorrow.
Hot one in the old town today. It was hot yesterday.
I'll be on the boat for 8.5 hours tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, are you in a tournament?
You're going to brave that?
Yep.
In that kind of heat?
Yep.
Okay, what do you do to protect yourself out there in the water?
I have, a lot of water in the boat, always, for heat like that. But I also wear the longer sleeves, but it's the real lightweight stuff. It's got like the PF.
Like the rash guard type.
The SPF is built into it.
Nice.
It's got a hood. Everything. So, yeah. Even cover your hands because, that's just... Of course, I don't even know if is it even going to be sunny tomorrow? I know it's going to be hot, but...
It's probably going to be hazy.
It's partly cloudy tomorrow.
Yeah, like they always say, you can get fried in the clouds.
Well, that's true. But, yeah, you got to protect... But, yeah, just really tons of water. Keep an ice on it. I mean, there's times I'll jump in the lake when it's that hot.
Are you having a good time when it's that hot?
If the fish are biting.
Okay.
As long as the fish are biting, I'm having a good time. I don't know what the weather
capsize your boat just to cool off?
No, but I will jump in.
Okay. I didn't know.
We already know he whizzes off the side of the boat.
Well,
I mean, got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You guys sword fight when you're out there together? Like call them lightsabers?
You would think of that. You would think of that. I bet you have a lightsaber belt buckle, don't you?
A lightsaber? 2 of them.
They hang above your bed?
No.
Are you like Howard from Big Bang Theory?
I wish.
I don't think that's what you're talking about with sword fighting, right?
No, it wasn't.
But it shows what we're most worried about. I'm most worried about how you're going to the bathroom because I'm thinking that's a worry for me.
Well,
Lewis, on the other hand, is worried about other things.
Yeah, my wife would like go in the live well.
What?
Yeah, because you could just lift up the lid and there's a spot you could just sit right down and she could just pee into the live well and then it would just drain out into the lake.
What do you do if another boat comes by while you're in the middle of your lightsaber
battle?
battle?
I'm usually careful about that. I make sure I'm somewhere that I can get away with it.
Hey, gotta go.
Well, I mean, you do, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah, somebody sent us a nice recipe for mailbox lasagna. Return home, grab mail. You assemble lasagna in a small 5x9 pan. Use only fully cooked meat. Place the lasagna in the mailbox by 10 a.m. Leave it in for 4 to 8 hours to cook. Return home, grab your mail, grab your dinner, enjoy your mailbox lasagna.
That would probably work.
We get so many spiders in our mailbox. So many spiders. Like, I'm not interested.
But that cheese would all melt, I'm sure.
That's a screenshot from a TV news station.
Yeah.
Report. The TV news station gave people a mailbox lasagna recipe. That is hilarious.
That's kind of them.
I love it.
I remember last year people were like cooking eggs out in Arizona on a rock.
You can do that.
Or how you... oh, no, that was in the winter. Never mind. When you throw the pot of water out and it instantly freezes.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll say... I'll bring that up again in 6 months.
That might be a little harder to do today. You can cool down your car, though. We've all gotten that hot car where, you sit inside and you're like, what the hell? It's hotter than Satan's ass in here. Well, you can quickly cool your car down by start driving with the air conditioner on and all the windows down. Once the cold air starts flowing, roll up the front windows, but keep the back ones open for another 10 to 20 seconds. Set the AC to the lowest temp and adjust the fan until you're comfortable.
Okay, may I ask you guys that in like today's vehicles, if I have the back window or two rolled down for Moses, it gives me the loudest vibration in my ears. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just the way the air's
I don't remember that as a kid. We'd try to crack the windows down. My parents are both smoking up a storm inside the car. I don't remember that loud sound.
Yeah, if you're going fast, it's just the pressure. And it only does it with the back window.
Yeah.
I always, even if I have the air conditioner on, I have the window cracked because I like fresh air.
Yeah.
But that's not permitted when I'm riding with a significant other because can you roll your window up, please? Can you roll the window up?
I've heard Lauren talk. She doesn't sound like that, does she? No. Maybe when she says that.
I might be exaggerating a little.
I'd like to go fishing and catch a fish stick. That would be convenient. I would only have to reheat it. You know, there's a fishing show on TV. They catch a fish, but then they let it go. They don't want to eat the fish, but they do want to make it late for something. Where were you? I got caught. No, you didn't. Let me see the inside of your lip.
Mitch Hedberg.
Thank you for sending me that. That's hilarious.
He's gone too soon. Doggone it.
7:41 on your morning blitz. I'm Lewis. That's Thick Rick. She's Kelly Quinn. Goose would like you to know that he went to Grove City on an errand yesterday, and 3 of the electric car charging stations were occupied by gas-guzzling trucks.
Well, why would they be at an electric charging station?
Probably because that was the only parking spots left because no one drives those.
I just realized, I said, I'm going to be on the boat in that heat for 8.5 hours tomorrow, and somewhere on a roof, a guy's going, F you, Rick.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, boo-hoo, you're
Right?
on a lake fishing. Cry me a river.
Well, a lot of people swimming now. It's nice and hot. Summertime, pools are open. And we got an email from Erin, and she said heard you guys talking about renting a private pool the other day, and it sounded great. We were talking about Swimply.
Yes.
Where people they rent out their pools just like people do with Airbnb with their homes.
Right.
And I was looking online. They're all over Columbus. $35 to $55 an hour on average is what that runs. I figure, if you wanted to have a nice private pool party, for you and 20 friends for 6 hours at $50 an hour, I mean, $300, it's what, $15 a piece? That's a pretty good party.
Yeah.
At a private pool. But she said, I was at our public pool Monday, and these 3 boys around 12 years old had hit this woman in the head with a Nerf football 3 times. Their mom was on her phone, sipping on her White Claw.
Claws out, baby.
At a public pool?
Whoa.
Can you do that?
We're not allowed to have claws out in public?
Not paying attention, she said. She said, my neighbor politely asked the boys to not throw the ball near her and her friend. The boys mumbled something snotty. A minute later, it happened again, but this time they hit me. So I took the ball, told the boys they'd get it back when they apologized to me and my neighbor. The one kid said, why? I told him they were being rude. We're just playing, they said. Okay, so I get out of the pool. I drop the ball in the garbage. 10 minutes later, Mom comes over and apologizes for her kids and asks if they can have the ball back. I said, it's in the garbage. I told her the boys should have apologized to my neighbor, but instead they were being rude. The mom said, it's boys being boys. And I said, yeah, no, that's not going to cut it. The boys dug the ball out of the trash and they all left immediately. She said, by the way, there's a sign that says no throwing toys in the pool or on the pool deck. Was my reaction wrong? No.
I think you took it too far by throwing the ball in the trash, and I also think you should have notified a lifeguard or something. Like, if it's a pool rule, I know the lifeguard's only 16, but still, like, before you take matters into your own hands.
Took the law into her own hands.
And, taking somebody's property and throwing it in the trash, I feel like you need to at least notify the pool manager or something to say, look, this is like really impeding our fun here, and you're not allowed to do it. So
I mean, it's just a Nerf.
I know you keep hitting it, but I would be annoyed if I kept getting hit in the head with a Nerf, and they're not allowed to be throwing it in the pool.
And they wouldn't apologize.
Yeah, I don't so much need an apology. I need you to move or go somewhere else.
I would have done the same thing, and then I would have went to Mom and said, excuse me, claws down for a second. Can you parent your kids so I don't have to?
Oh.
But that's me.
Yeah, I believe that. After that story you told yesterday, you would definitely do that.
I would, straight up.
Yeah, I'm never getting in a confrontation like that at all, ever. But I would probably tell somebody. That's why people like to call me a Karen. I'm not handling a situation on my own. I'm not doing it with the mom. I'm not doing it with the kids. If I ask the kids politely, hey, would you mind taking the ball somewhere else? And they don't, I'll probably tell the pool manager, because I'm not getting in a confrontation with boys and their mom. I'm not doing it. And it's not because I have some principle. It's because I'm too afraid. I'm afraid of the boys. I'm afraid of the mom.
But here's the thing. When you're in public, if you want people to be... If you want kids to grow up and respect other people in public, you need to do the same thing and set the example as a parent. Because if you're not paying attention to your kids and you're not telling them what they're doing is wrong, somebody should. There's a lot of bad parents out there.
Suppose this was like maybe a apartment pool. I mean, you cannot take alcohol into a public pool, can you?
I love that that's the part of the story you're stuck on.
She's sitting there drinking her White Claw. She's got 3 12-year-olds with her, and she's sitting here at the pool drinking alcohol. It's just weird to me. I'm not against drinking alcohol. It's just a weird thing to me.
Right.
Casey said someone needs to teach kids manners because clearly mom's not doing it. Dustin said I'd have punted that ball out of the pool area after the second or third time. Amen. Absolutely. Dave said he'd throw it away and say, I'm just playing.
Then I'd take her White Claw and throw it away, too.
Yeah.
Because they left right after that. She's driving.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, boy.
I'm stuck on this White Claw. I don't know.
You are.
Oh, guys, I don't know. I'll avoid a confrontation at all costs.
Yeah,
that's why a pool manager is on duty, because so you don't have to fight with kids.
I am the first to bitch about the next generation of children because I fully believe we are doomed. However, a lot of that comes with parents, and you see it all the time. Go to a movie theater. I have turned to 2 women in a movie theater before and said, listen, I'd like to watch 5 minutes of this movie without hearing your conversation. And if it looks like I'm serious, it's because I am. Like, it just, shut up. Respect other people's space.
Yeah, it does that in the beginning of the movie where it tells everybody,
shut up.
And the whole crowd in the audience goes shh with it, when that happens.
And you hear that, he's going to get killed. You think he's going to get killed? I do think he's going to kill. I think the 2 of you should shut the hell up.
I feel like annoying people follow Lewis around.
Everywhere.
Don't you, Kelly?
No, but I feel like as the internet age has come upon us, I feel like we've become less respectful in public places, and that translates to apartment pool complexes, supermarkets, grocery stores, wherever you are. I guess I was brought up in a way where I respect other people's space in public, or at least I try to. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but
you make an effort.
I make an effort. And if I was a kid and somebody else, an adult, told me to stop, I'd be like, oh, damn, that adult just told me to stop. I should stop.
Oh, my gosh. You were right about that. I would have been so scared if an adult intervened in what I was doing. I'd be like, oh, I'm in big trouble.
Right. Don't tell my mom.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
She'll drive me out in the middle of nowhere and leave me to find my own way home.
She'll lay a patch on her way out of town.
Exactly. Pantera on your morning blitz, 7:53. I'm Lewis. That's Dick Rick. She's Kelly Quinn. And public etiquette. Pool etiquette turned into public etiquette. We don't have much of that anymore. Derek said we should check out the Cooking Hostel cartoon.
Cooking Hostel?
It already sounds like it's piqued my interest.
Interesting.
Jimmy says she's probably drinking because of the kids.
Right. Man, JC was going to call in the license plate to the dispatcher to say she was drinking and driving.
That's what I'm saying. Leave it to somebody who's in charge of that. Why entangle yourself in drama that you're going to have to untangle yourself from later? It sounds exhausting. Just call the manager like any good Karen would do.
Now, but why subject yourself to have to ruin your public experience because someone else is an a-hole?
But I'm not ruining my public experience. I'm taking care of it in the least intrusive way possible. That's going to impact me the least amount is to just get out of the pool and go into the manager's office and say, hey, these kids are like hitting people with the ball. I'm not trying to be mean, but you take care of that.
Just walk over and go, look, you should walk into the Banshee while it's still running.
Oh, my gosh.
Dang.
No. See, now, Larry just doesn't allow himself to get involved in any situation like this. He says, I listen to your stories about public stuff, and it's a perfect reason why I hate doing anything if other people are involved, because I'm pretty sure my bad side is going to come out, and I don't hold back on words. So he just doesn't go around other people. And I understand that, man. I get it.
Haven't you said things you regret and then you chew on it all? Then you got to go back and apologize. I'm not in for all that. I don't want to convert.
Yeah.
No.
Regrets and apologies every day.
No.
I don't regret calling the guy in the Porsche out on his turn signal yesterday. I wouldn't regret threatening these kids within an inch of their life if they hit me in the ball with a ball 3 times at a pool either.
Oh, you'd probably pick that kid up and throw him over the fence.
I would not. I would trip him while he's running around by the pool.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Congratulations to our favorite Ohio State football player, the greatest human being to ever wear number 34, Jeff Logan, who is being inducted into the Ohio State Athletics Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
So very cool.
I really thought you were going to go with Schleister there.
No.
Get out of here.
Number
That's
34,
awesome.
Jeffrey D. Logan, along with 13 other Ohio State greats like Braxton Miller, Greg Oden, will be inducted during a dinner on October 5th. And then they will be recognized at Ohio Stadium during the game against Iowa.
All
so
right.
that's a humongous honor and privilege, and absolutely don't know another human who deserves it more than Jeff Logan. All right, State of Ohio employees, your drug-free workplace policy has been updated. Any state employee aged 21 and older can use recreational marijuana while they're off duty, but only if they work in positions not subject to random drug testing, meaning that does include about 50% of the 48,000 employees will now be able to use marijuana off duty.
All right.
So those who do remain under the state's strict drug-free policy include those in, quote, safety-sensitive jobs. There's a long list of jobs where you still cannot smoke pot when you're off the clock. But like I said, about 50%. So we're talking about 24,000 employees can now smoke pot when they are off the clock.
I just don't get it. You can go home and get S-faced drunk from the time you're off work till the time you go to bed, and all day, every day on Saturday and Sunday. But God forbid you go home and take a hit off a joint one night.
Yeah, I'm fine with not adding extra substances that we're polluting our bodies with off duty, especially if we're safety, like, a corrections officer.
Okay, but you're not doing it while you're working.
Right.
But
you're not drinking while you're working either.
Right, but you're allowed to drink when you're not working.
Yeah, I guess.
But
I'm saying, why? What are we going to throw just a bunch of more stuff on top? I get it. Whatever.
Not a bunch more stuff. Fine. It's weed.
You can get upset about it. It doesn't include you. You can smoke pot all day. You can smoke pot right now if you want.
No, I
can't. You can go out in your car and smoke a joint.
This is like about to run out to his glove compartment. What are you saying?
You can absolutely
serious, Kelly?
do that. It has been done before. I'm sure it will be done again. Feel free. Don't get
weed every day.
Don't get too hot over this. It doesn't involve you. You can smoke pot all day.
His keys, man. He was heading to the parking lot.
I had no idea.
Have you not worked in radio very long, or what?
All of a sudden, this place just became that much better to work at.
Anyway, let me tell you the jobs in which you cannot smoke pot off duty.
Let me guess. Surgeon?
No, these are state employees. Oh. Well, actually, yeah, you're sort of right. They do have different hospital aides, nurses, and doctors in psychiatric facilities that are run by the state. So absolutely not. You cannot use them. Jobs like corrections officers, building inspectors, hazardous materials investigators, alcohol and drug program specialists.
Wow.
You should not be using at all. I agree with that. Amusement ride and game inspectors. Amusement ride and game inspectors. I am good with that. Please don't be like taking 9 gummies at night and coming in the next day and inspecting my ride.
But if you're a behavior
get wasted
specialist
on a bottle of Jack, go
yeah,
ahead.
because you'll just be hungover. You won't still be high.
Oh, I won't still be. Oh my gosh.
Why wouldn't you incorporate the weed? If you're a behavior specialist, why wouldn't you incorporate the weed? If you got someone bouncing off the walls, hey, look, you take a hit off this. It's Mexican haze. It'll calm you right down.
That is crazy, Kelly. I've never woken up high
Dredge
ever in my
operate.
life.
Have you taken 9 gummies at midnight?
I don't know what the amount was, but I've woke.
Then don't speak on it.
I know, but I've woke up hungover, and I certainly shouldn't be inspecting anything hungover.
I'm telling you, I don't understand the great amount of passion you have. Go out and eat a gummy right now.
Hypocrisy that
I'm
can't
begging
stand.
you.
I can't stand the
You
hypocrisy.
can do that too?
Blitz Nation knows what I'm talking about. It's hypocrisy.
Blitz Nation is defending you.
Oh gosh! All right. I'm sorry this is so offensive to you that only
I am offended.
24,000 of the 48,000 employees are allowed to smoke weed off duty.
Half of them are being cheated.
In Katy, Texas, a woman who was being attacked by a 19-year-old man was rescued when an entire family trained in Taekwondo heard her screams and helped save her from business.
That's badass.
So this incident happened on Tuesday. The victim was working at a cell phone store when this suspect tried to sexually assault her. right next door to the cell phone store is a Taekwondo dojo. And there is an entire family of instructors, dad, mom, and 3 adult children over there teaching Taekwondo. They are all black belts. They heard her screams. All 5 ran over there, pulled the suspect off the victim. Dad dragged the guy away and held him down for 10 minutes until sheriff's deputies arrived.
I'd have picked him back up. Crane kick, bitch.
Yeah.
Spinning bird kick.
Hadouken!
All right, guys. Those are your 3 things.
Not everybody is defending Rick. There is one person with Kelly that says, sorry, Thick, I don't want to go to OSU hospital. And in the emergency room, nurse got stoned the night before.
Yeah. Agreed.
You're not stoned the next morning.
Yeah. Hessler wants to know, since weed is now, according to Kelly, we can smoke up here. He wants to know if he can come to the studio and smoke with us.
You can hang out in the parking lot. It's been done.
Oh, all right. Are you good?
I already closed it out. It's all on you guys.
Oh, I didn't
now.
hear that part. I was too busy. I was stuck on the smoke weed every day. Let's give somebody a chance to go see Andrew Schultz. We'll play DUI, celebrity DUI or not.
Yep. Call in 1-800-821-9970.
Oh, if you would have smoked weed last night, that number would have come out of your mouth.
That number rolled right off the tongue.
Did you hear what she just said? That number would have... I'm getting.
I bought a 10-pack of those at Costco last week. That's a good deal.
I'm double burning Thick Rick right now.
Because
Nobody
you
can
just
see.
mumbled your words and you didn't smoke.
Frankie Benjamin on your morning blitz with Thick, Kelly, and Lewis. And I believe, is it Dustin?
That's correct.
Hey, Dustin. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Just on my way to work.
All right. We're gonna see. We're gonna test your knowledge. Do you think you are well versed in the subject of celebrities who have had DUIs?
I feel like I'd do a lot better if my wife was in the car with me, but we'll see.
You know, that's we're going to see how you do on your own with this one. Hopefully this isn't too bad. We'll start it off with one of everybody's favorites, John Wick himself, or Ted Theodore Logan. Keanu Reeves, has he ever had a DUI?
I would assume no.
Ooh. Yeah, he was pulled over for drunk driving in Los Angeles in 1993. He admitted to driving under the influence to avoid charges. That was before The Matrix and before Speed, but it was after Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, I only really know him after The Matrix, so we'll see.
Yeah. To be fair, Dustin, I would have thought the same thing. I didn't know Keanu had one. He seems like a pretty straight up guy, so I would have figured he was probably free and clear of that. What about Forrest Gump himself, Tom Hanks?
Oh my goodness, now you got me second guessing myself. I would say no.
There we go.
Yep, Tom's clean.
Yeah. Tom Hanks gets a DUI.
That guy's a Boy Scout.
All right, let's...
He just runs everywhere.
Right.
From superstars to superheroes, let's go with the mighty Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth.
Let's see. I would say no.
All right.
Got 2 on the board. Need one more.
Need one more. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's try.
All right. I feel like this one's kind of easy. He's a bit of a lethal weapon. Mel Gibson.
Ooh, I would say yes.
Dustin.
Not bad.
Yeah, Mel got popped in 2006. Funny, though, 10 years later, he was talking to Variety, doing an interview, and he said, it was an unfortunate incident. I was loaded and angry and arrested. I was recorded illegally by an unscrupulous police officer who was never prosecuted for that crime, and then it was made public by him for profit.
I remember that when he got recorded by the cop, because it was right about the same time that the Epel rant came out.
Right.
You are a pain in my head.
You make me want to smoke.
You make me want to smoke.
I love that. What? What?
Anyway, Dustin, congratulations. You are a winner. You are going to see Andrew Schultz, comedian Andrew Schultz. If you're not familiar, he was one of the highlights of the Tom Brady roast that was on Netflix a couple weeks back.
Yeah, he was great, too.
Rob Zombie, 827, Morning Blitz with Thick, Kelly, and Lewis. Good morning.
Oh, people get so salty over my take on drugs and alcohol. They really do. Listen, people, I have no power to take anyone's rights away. You're all fine. Everyone's going to be fine here. Just because I have an opinion, it's fine. We're all okay.
You're good. You're good, Kelly. It's all right.
For whatever reason, and I understand because, it is what it is. When you talk to gun owners or weed users, if you have an opinion that differs from theirs, they think you're trying to take their guns or their weed. I don't know why.
Especially a weed user. I mean, they're making it more available than ever.
Can have a difference of opinion and not be aiming to take what's yours.
But I'm with Kelly on one thing. Somebody texted in and said Kelly's got such a boomer opinion on this, and I don't. She's just a non-user opinion because I know tons and tons of boomers who get high. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I have a non-user opinion on drugs and alcohol. Yeah. That is just my. It's just my take.
I get it.
You have a take. Yeah. We all have a take. Yeah. We all love each other.
Right.
It's all right. We're going to be okay.
You know what, Kelly?
You make me want to smoke.
Just go roll yourself a joint, put on a robe, and get high.
And again, in all truthfulness, alcohol has proven over the years that it is far more dangerous than weed ever was.
Yeah, and it's physically addictive. Marijuana is not.
So, yeah. Someone said opinions are like a-holes. Everyone has one. True.
No, don't they say opinions are like a-holes and yours stinks?
Yeah. That too. Yeah, well, everybody is entitled.
Kelly's got lots of a-holes.
Having
opinions.
Ooh.
Opinions.
Having a difference of opinion.
Sounds like a medical problem. I go see a surgeon for that.
You should get that fixed. So, leisurely, there's a new thing, a new trend.
Go ahead. Robes?
The robe trend.
Is it a trend?
Is it?
I don't know. I've heard about a couple people wearing them, and I'm like, man, people wear robes. And I was trying to remember. I want to say I saw my grandfather in one a couple times.
Are we just talking about kicking around the house or going outside and doing things in a robe?
No, not that kind of guy.
Okay.
Hey, look at this
Hugh
little
Hefner.
girl. Yeah, not Hugh Hefner.
I gotcha.
But now I can't get that image out of my head. But yeah, just around the house, do people wear robes? I mean, and is that weird anymore? I mean, I don't know.
I don't wear a robe, but my nephew, and he's in his mid-20s, but ever since he was a kid, he loves a robe. Loves a robe. And he will wear that thing to death until it's in tatters.
Does he say hello?
Loves
hello,
a robe.
Kelly. Do you like my robe? He's standing there holding his bourbon.
He did look very distinguished, even as a youth. But yeah, he loves a robe. I remember. I think. Let's see. Did my dad wear a robe out of the shower, but then didn't walk around the house in a robe?
Yeah.
I have several robes at home that I never wear.
My college roommate Todd, the one that I
Why is the floor all wet, Todd?
The Todd father used to come home, and he had this green, like velvety blue striped robe that if he was not going to class or worked, this is what Todd wore in the house. Like, we called it his Hugh Hefner robe. Because this thing was atrocious. But he wore it like it was his lounge attire. He answered the door in it. He played video games in it. Like, this was the Todd.
Yeah, that's my nephew Joe. And he looked great. And he did look like a little distinguished teenager. But loves that robe.
Did you have a robe?
Not like what you would think about when you think about a robe. It was black with a big dragon on the back.
Yeah.
Of it. But it was
train kick.
It wasn't like a warm. It wasn't anything that would keep you warm. It was lightweight, and like I would wear it with shorts or sweatpants. Just throw it on because it was comfortable. But
was it a robe or a smoking jacket?
No, it was like a robe. It was more like a gi.
Okay,
I guess. And I don't know. I had it. I don't even know where it went. It was like I was like 20 when last time I had that thing on.
I had a smoking jacket when I was younger, but then again, when I was younger, I thought I was smoking in any jacket, so it didn't matter.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, every jacket I've got is a smoking jacket.
Lisa says 56 and 58. My husband and I both wear robes. I have a lightweight and a heavier one for different seasons.
Okay,
I love that.
There you go.
Amanda says I wear a robe all winter because I'm always freezing.
I will say,
wear it like a coat. All right.
I will say I will partake in a nice robe if I go to a hotel and they've got the nice hotel robe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always like wanting that robe for myself to take home, but I'm like, I don't wear robes, but this one, I don't know.
I was just going to ask
pretty luxurious.
Do you take the robe?
You can't. They let you know.
Oh,
they count that.
No, you get charged for it if you take it.
They'll charge you for that bad boy.
This
You can borrow
this is
that
not
robe.
Beverly Hills Cop where Axel
Right.
Foley's buying us all robes.
Yeah, you had to pay for them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I wish
robes
you
are
could
still a
take the
thing
hotel
then for
robe.
some people. I don't know. I don't know anybody who wears one anymore. Metallica on the Morning Blitz. Lewis, Kelly, Thick Rick, and if you are into 80s rock.
Yeah. I remember remember you used to get those CD compilations that you could buy every time that used to come on TV? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
With
like
80s
your,
rock?
Time
Yeah.
Life CD.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's that you're playing? Freedom Rock. Well, crank it up.
Freedom Rock.
And you buy one CD and you don't realize you've joined a club.
Oh,
Yes.
that was Columbia Record and Tape Club.
Yeah.
But
Buy
it happens
7
with
for-
Time Life stuff.
Oh, does it?
Oh, yeah.
I purchased a Zoo, a VHS tape. It was like different Zoo things. I forget. It was like a package of 5 VHS tapes for my nieces and nephews. And when I tell you they started sending me all this other stuff, I'm like, no. And they're charging me.
But you always had those great monster ballads because every
Yes.
rocker has a soft side.
And they do.
Yeah.
They do. But yeah, so if you're into 80s rock and you were thinking about taking a cruise, man, have I got the cruise for you. It is the Monsters of Rock cruise. When I first saw the headline, I thought, what is this going to be like Metallica and Tool and Slipknot on a cruise? No, it's all 80s rock.
No. All 80s rock. So who's that? Who's left? Rat?
Well, there's the band that we gave away tickets to a few weeks ago.
Warrant?
No, it's Tesla.
Oh.
You know. So there's Tesla is one of the main bands on it. You know, and they were here with, I was trying to remember who was here. That was, daggone, I couldn't remember who they were with.
No Poison? Bret Michaels doesn't...
No Poison. No Poison on this one. But somebody I had no idea was even around anymore was Michael Schenker Group. Remember these guys? We played them at 92X.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, Michael Schenker.
Okay, so it makes sense because it semi sounds like the Scorpions.
Yeah.
And it was founded by former Scorpions guitarist Michael Schenker. Yes.
So this cruise is March 10th through the 15th.
It sounds like you're cruising with 1989.
Yeah, with Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Joy, and the ship will depart from Miami, Florida. Let's see here. Now, this one blew me away because I had no idea these guys were around. I've never seen them live before, but I would definitely go to see Crocus. Lewis, you look like you have to poop.
I'm trying to figure out who's the selling point for this cruise.
Well, if you're an 80s rock fan, all of them are.
Really?
I mean,
I feel like you need
was
some firepower on this.
Dude, I was jamming all this stuff in middle school, you know? I mean,
Are you
especially
telling me
Crocus.
you're willing to go on a cruise and pay the money to go on a cruise so you can see Tesla and Crocus?
Well, it's not just Tesla and Crocus. But here's the thing. I don't really want to go on a cruise, but if you give me all these bands playing, I might. Okay, now you have to know this. Hey, he knows this one. All right. That's also Crocus. You got Extreme there, you know. See, you like Extreme. I know you like Extreme.
I like this song.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
You don't like Wholehearted?
No.
No? All right.
And I still feel like Gary Schoen got Sharon got destroyed for being part of Van Halen. It's not his fault.
Well, he shouldn't have been there. He was in a place he shouldn't have been. Then, of course, you got Winger. Yeah. Kelly always loves it when I play that clip. She always says that, too.
I always say, aw.
You got Queensryche.
Last night the working dawn came down in Chinatown. And said they heard that crime was in the wrong place.
Like Gary Sharon.
Come on, that's a draw. Queensryche?
Man, we played this song. It's probably my favorite Queensryche song.
They've got nothing to lose. They're building empire.
Yeah, we played this song a lot in Silent Lucidity, of course. Now, you asked for Rat. I can't give you Rat, but I can give you the next best thing.
Mouse?
No. Stephen Piercy, the lead singer, will be doing all Rat. So you'll get all the Rat songs with that voice. I don't know how he sounds these days. I have no idea.
Speaking of Kip Winger, he turned 63 today.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, these guys were here recently. LA Guns is on the cruise. Yeah, Kelly, we're taking 92X on a cruise. That's
what it feels like. You're like solidly in that late 80s, early 90s era. Love it.
Vixen's there. Slaughter.
Good song.
Now, Lewis, I'm not sure. I've heard jokes, but are you a fan of Faster Pussycat?
Oh, dude, I love House of Pain. House of Pain is a great epic song.
Lewis is jamming. We got him, Kelly.
It's a great song.
It is. So they're going to be there.
Again.
But you get a cruise, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a where are we? Where is it this cruising?
Okay, so like I said, it's going to leave Miami. That's the port. It's got planned stops in the Great Stirrup Key and the Nassau, the Bahamas.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Promises photo experiences with artists, theme nights, other special rock-related events. Official host Eddie Trunk will be there. A variety of co-hosts moderating Q&As with the musicians and other activities on board. Plenty of opportunities to meet and hang out and talk to the bands. So on the cruise. Yep. Faster Pussycat. Oh, remember this? Got your number off the bathroom wall. And then we got Aldo Nova. That's a good one, man.
I love this band. It's just a fantasy.
Then there's a couple dozen more. I mean, that's just, those are the...
Aldo Nova. What?
Oh, come on. You don't like this song, Lewis?
You got
For real?
This is not my wheelhouse.
Okay, is there a point, like I can envision Lewis on this cruise, and he's like, man, Aldo Nova won't leave me alone. Dude, I'm trying to enjoy a cruise.
No, I will not sign your boobs. God. This is not a Silver Side Up cruise. This is an 80s rock cruise.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, 5 days, 5 nights. And it departs March 10th out of Miami. Monsters of Rock Cruise 2025.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
As far as we know, the person who was hit by the roller coaster at Kings Island
was an idiot.
Wednesday night is still alive with massive head trauma. A Kings Island spokesperson says the guest entered a restricted fenced area around the Banshee at about 8 p.m. Wednesday. The police say he had dropped his keys while keys. That was weird. Sorry. He had dropped his keys while riding the Banshee and was trying to get them back. He was then hit by a roller coaster, which tops out at 68 miles per hour. I cannot imagine this person's condition right now. I don't know how you make it through something like that. God bless him. I hope he does make it through. The Banshee is closed during this investigation. But I guess I sort of understand somebody being desperate to get their keys back. But oh my gosh, what a risk. What a risk.
That's the thing. Go about it the right way.
How long have they had the Banshee now?
Since 2014 or 15.
Okay, because I've never ridden that before.
It's awesome. It's one of my favorite rides in the park.
I assume it's much like Raptor.
No.
Suspended, right? It hangs?
It hangs.
Yeah, the same thing as Raptor.
Fast.
Yeah, I know it's bigger and faster than Raptor. By the way, speaking of Raptor, it was 2015 when a guy dropped his phone off the Raptor, and he did the same thing. He went into a restricted area, fenced in, to get his phone back, and he got hit by the Raptor, but it killed him.
Yeah, it's just awful. Here's one thing I keep thinking about, too. You know how you guys always will say you'll wait for however long it takes to get that first car? Can you imagine being in the first car? Like, you're seeing this coming, and you're going to hit this guy. I mean, how awful is that? I mean, I don't know how aware you are of what's right in front of you in that front car. I don't know if you can see beyond it, but that's just all I keep thinking of.
Depends on what kind of rider you are. Some people are hands up in the air and eyes wide open. Other people are clenching and eyes wide shut.
Right.
Yeah, and you just want, I mean, it all depends on where you're turning from and how fast. I mean, they might not have even seen it. Somebody said it felt like they hit a bump.
I get the need for getting your keys back, but it's the same thing. If you drop your keys down a garbage disposal, you're making sure you've unplugged and disconnected the power before you reach into the garbage disposal to get your keys. You're not reaching your hand in there while there's a chance that thing's still running.
Yeah.
Same principle.
Yeah.
Inverted roller coaster. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I can just imagine, and I don't know what age this person is, but just the thought, because I think the thought would flash through my mind, is there some way I can run in there and get those keys and get out, without, safely or whatever. I think I would think that. I don't think I would ever try it. I would just ask somebody, how do I go about getting my keys?
And he did, and they told him.
What did they say? Like,
we
just
can't
wait till it close
we can't,
or whatever?
Until the ride shuts down, we can't let you back there. It's a restricted area.
Right.
He was physically told by an employee, and there are signs that say restricted area.
Yeah.
These are not toys, guys.
Like, I don't feel like this guy's got a leg to stand on in a lawsuit.
No, I don't either. It's a fenced and restricted, posted area. There's,
right.
You were where you weren't supposed to be.
Hey, we told you not to go here. You went here and you got hurt, almost killed.
Yeah, and with the inverted, I imagine if you're walking in there, if you're him and you see the tracks, you're probably thinking, oh, that's above me, but the cars are hanging.
There's a part of that ride where the track and the car comes extremely low to the ground. Yeah. There's one of the hills that it's like that. I mean, it is a low dip.
Oh, the Raptor's got a spot where they had to dig out the ground and put in cement walls in there that it goes through. Like,
wait, is the Banshee where are your legs hanging out?
Yes, your
legs are hanging
out.
out.
Is it possible somebody's legs got him?
I would imagine the car would have got him first, and then your leg. Yeah, because the way it is you sit on a chair.
That is possible.
There's a front of the car which is like the aerodynamic shaped cone or whatever that they have the decoration on. Okay, and then the first car after that, kind of like the front of your car. The first car after that is the seat. You hang on a seat suspended with the rails in front of you, so your feet hang low.
So probably the front of the coaster.
The front of the car would have got him before anybody's foot would have.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a really tragic situation, and I really believe most of us can sort of put ourselves in the mindset of wanting to dash in and get your keys. It's like, how am I going to get home? How am I going to get in my house? And so you're sort of anxious about it and thinking, can I run in there and get them? You can put yourself in that mindset anyway. I feel terrible for this person, obviously, but that was just a massive risk that did not work out. The World Health Organization is warning consumers of fake Ozempic.
Oh, jeez.
It just keeps reminding me of was it Wayne's World 2? There's bad red rope licorice going around at the big concert.
Yes.
But anyway, the World Health Organization says there are phony dupes of Ozempic claiming to have that active ingredient, but they do not. There are 3 falsified batches so far of semaglutide that were found in the UK and Brazil last October and then in the US last December. The WHO says the fake drugs can be very harmful and can lead to health complications resulting from unmanaged blood glucose levels. All right. Well, if we didn't get enough of him on Cameo, former Congressman George Santos has found a brand new source of income in the form of an OnlyFans page. George Santos is a character. And he got all over Page Six. Page Six is a gossip website, and they asked him back in like March, do you have an OnlyFans? And he was like joking around, like, oh yeah, I have an OnlyFans. And he's like, if you guys report that, I'll sue you. Of course I don't have an OnlyFans. How dare you? That is so offensive. And then this week he gets on X and says, guess what? I have an OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's $29.99 per month. And he made it clear there's going to be no adult content on the page. So I'm not quite sure what you're paying $30 a month for. Maybe for him to keep his clothes on. Please, dear God,
to
keep those
the adult
clothes on.
content off that page?
Yeah.
Tell you what, he can do all the OnlyFans he wants. He starts trying to market tastefully done black and white nudes.
Right.
He's going to hear from Sugar.
Right.
I got that market cornered.
He says, only on OnlyFans will you get the full behind-the-scenes access to everything I'm working on. See y'all there.
Jeez.
Okay.
How to falsify your resume and lie to Congress?
Hey, well, there's something behind the scenes I wouldn't mind seeing. All right, those are your three things.